Hi everyone, this is a re-recording of the weekly call. The session we had, somehow the recording didn't happen. So I'm going through the coins again. First, I'll go through the monthly chart and then a weekly chart if required. But I think monthly is good enough. Anyway, this is monthly call as well in a way. And it's important that we understand where different coins stands on a monthly time frame. There are a few things to be noted. I'll take Aave as an example that what all coins are close to the required level will show the current strength of different coins. Okay, closer they are to the required levels, um, then better they are comparatively, and that could change over time. If a coin bounces and then move faster, then that could improve. So whatever we have currently, it based on that will measure performance of different coins with respect to the green level, the required level. This green level is similar to the 58K level of the Bitcoin. So closer if the coin is price is closer to the green level, better they are. Now, some of the coins uh, has some of the coins have already broken above previous support, like in this case, Aave. It went below S2 and now above S2. Some coins have broken above multiple supports. All the previous supports are resistance. You can consider all these levels as stepping stone, and breaking above each of this level can be considered as opportunity. Similarly, when coin breaks below each support, then it's a potential risk on the downside. Similarly, that's how you will interpret different coins. Excuse me. Let's look at ADA. ADA try to break above the the support and then this orange level, but not able to and touch this level. Now this is the fourth monthly red candle, so it's still going down from that regard. So I would say uh, if the if this low is broken, then it's likely to go down further on S3. I'll go try to, so it went below. I mean, it bounced and now from trying to be above S1, but again this low to be tracked, otherwise it will touch S2. Opportunity wise, you know that the required level. Alice, a similar thing on a monthly, still it's red. Good that it's still within previous month's range. That's the good news. But you track S2 from a risk point of view. Opportunity wise, I won't repeat its required level, and of course, each prior support is a stepping stone. Atom, um, right now, not bad at all, but it requires it at least red. It's green. It turned green today, so that's good news, right? AVAX is one of the strongest one. Uh, Cleared the required level. However, it returned back to the required level. That's something is to be watched out. Looks like not sure if it is able to stay, but it is much better position than many other coins. Right, the low was here, which is far behind. So great improvement after the December 3rd low, comparatively speaking. So if it can continue going up, especially above R14, then we should see great levels high on the upside. AXS, this is going down at this moment. Look at that. So the monthly, there's not much of a bounce. Of course, it's above S1, that's good, but there's not big, big. At least it requires 137 level. The required level is this, but at least it should turn green. At this moment, still the downside pressure is high on monthly time frame. Black got bounce, a little bounce from S2. It's a technical bounce, so this was expected. So if this is taken down, then this coin is of no use. BNB has been stable, as you could see, not much. It didn't lose much compared to many other coins, so good preservation of value. Um, it is. It has to break above at least this R18 level, right? Then it will come close to the required level. So consider this low as a point of key support. Of course, there is S1, but each level to be considered for risk management. Yeah, so this is relatively good. Even this particular trend is not broken if you draw a straight line. So that's another good news. Like many coins, not even above this. So if you draw this line, it's still well above this. BSV, as I mentioned, is there because it's all or none. I mean, it will fly high in coming months or year. Otherwise, no value of it, right? So it's a different category. As a, I would keep. I'm keeping it for different reason. So this is inactive list for tracking, but the R1, R2 do not matter a lot. CELR, nice bounce, 14% upside too, right? So it's significant bounce from S2. But if you look at monthly, still there is more work to be done. It should be at least 0.11, you know, then it will turn green. Like there has to be this kind of a reversal. This is like we had three back-to-back red candle. We have similar three red. So the next month has to be like this, where it doesn't make a new low, but try to stabilize and go up. Then we can say that okay, what it did in past, it will do the same, right? But it has to do that. If it next month comes and starts dropping below, then that's not good. Pretty impressive recovery from Chrome. All touched almost there, like near the required level. If it can, and above S1 at this moment, if it can stay here, I'm sure it is able to break above. And so Doge, if you look at, oops, so Doge is still below the critical line. Why this is critical line? Because if you look at August closing, all these are, I mean, these lows are near this level, and Doge is still below that level. So, of course, this was a good bounce, but we would like to have Doge above S1 to start with. It requires more height. I don't know why it is not showing up here. Maybe it's 0.32. Yeah, it's a visibility thing, I think. 0.32 is required, but at least above S1 will help. So at this moment, you can say that it's still the downside pressure is still high because it's below this key support level. DOT is still not a great bounce. It has to be above S1 in order to do well. This is still going down on a monthly time frame. But the moment it is above S1, we can say, yeah, it wants to go up. EGLD has broken below the previous week's opening. So that's not good sign. That's not good sign. However, it is above S1, so that we can take as positive. So as long as it's above S1, that's good. The moment it breaks below S1, I think it raises a red flag. And I think similar to this one, looks like the required level is 385, so it must break above. We need 4500 for Ethereum to break above. That will improve. Right now, this is pretty stable at this moment, moving sideways. No crazy movement. But so there's no major risk as far as Ethereum is concerned. It's able to maintain around 4,000 level, which is not bad. So far, so good. Filecoin, the Filecoin is one of the weakest one, and made a new low, broke this even July low, which is not good at all. Right, it has to break above S1. Pretty weak at this moment. FTM recovered pretty well. Right, it's coming close to the required level, above S1, which is always good. The previous low to be tracked for any risk. Starting with this, so this is another thing. If these are achievements, so if any coin has broken above previous support, that's an achievement. And in case if it breaks below that level, then that's a red flag. I mean, that's an alert, not red flag, but an alert. Red flag would be if it breaks this level. So the moment it breaks S1, that's not good. And then this is a red flag. GRT is relatively weak, but able to manage about S1, which is good. The moment, so the lowest monthly low is to be tracked. Um, yeah, it has to be here, required level. At this moment, it's kind of okay, but nothing great about it. HNT is one of the strongest one. Um, it it touched the required level, as you could see, a perfect touch, and it retraced because it's a resistance. R6 is a resistance, so it reacted. As long as it's above this level, it's good. Otherwise, if it starts dropping, then you know the incremental approach. Right? Each of these levels to be used. If it retraces, KCS, um, this is a problem. Somehow visibility is not there. So required level is this 26. Right, so it's above S1, that is good. KCS is looking strong comparatively speaking. There are few coins which are still strong. Um, KDA is above S1, which is good, and the required level is $20. So if it can stay above S1, I think it could recover like this and reaches to 20 and then higher. So far so good. KSM on monthly, yeah, this is a huge candle, monthly candle, but it has a habit of this big candles. Look at these monthly candles, huge candles. So that's the characteristic of this coin. So you got to be careful because it tend to make huge move. Right, the swing is pretty huge. This low to be tracked, and then S1 will give a relief. It has to break away S1, otherwise that's not good. Link is good, right? Link is good in a sense. It's moving away, and also on a, if you look at the weekly, it is able to stay above the orange line, which is like a huge trend line started from May 2019, from here April, and then provided as key support. It also means that if this level is broken, then that's not good for link for whole entire trend. So that's why at this moment this bounce is very important. It has to cover more ground, but if it could stay above and approaches this R6, that's something you would like to see if you're a link fan. The moment it breaks below this level around 17, that's a big red flag. And of course the 15, that means it's in real trouble. LTC, similar story. This white line has been a lifesaver. If you look at four touches, right? So it has been helping. So if this is taken down, then it's gone, and it could have really bad ending in double digit number, right? So far, it is because above the trend line, so it's okay. So you would like to see this level to be broken above S1. So it rejected recently. It got rejected from that. Yeah. So monthly is still weak, as you can see. Luna has been amazing. It's crazy coin. I mean, it's so amazing. The fundamentally, I don't like this coin. It's a stable coin based coin, and any stable coin is always at risk because they're unregulated. However, I don't mix my fundamental analysis with the TA, especially when they are contradicting. Usually they don't contradict, but in Luna, fundamentally, I don't buy anything. Um, I mean, I don't. Nothing is appealing to me, but the price is moving up, mm, and I will take it as a TA. But fundamentally, there is nothing that I impressed me or liked. There's nothing great about it. It's just a stable coin based platform. Maybe DeFi with a tons of DeFi. Uh, MANA also holding up pretty well. It's about S1 coming close to required level. Very good. Right, so little more push and then should fly. Matting has been amazing. You see, it reacted near the orange level, so it must break above the orange level. This is one of the strongest one, as you could see, one of the strongest one. Awesome. Yeah. So nothing more to add because the chart itself is speaking. But yeah, this is a resistance where if it fails to break above this level, then it could retrace from here. That's for sure. This is a typical. This is like a wedge. So if it's not able to break above the wedge, then the wedge could break down up to this one or sometimes up to S1. This is how typically it ends up. So it is important that can it maintain this weekly low? If it is able to maintain this weekly low and do not come to this level, then should go up. So weekly low to be tracked as a priority. I mean, as a first defense. The next one is one. One has touched. I mean, this is touched the required level. It shows the strength. It was here, touched the. But you see, these required levels are so important. Many, I mean, I'm sure you, when you see, you trust, right? So the reaction, you see HNT how it touched and pulled back, and now this one. So it's similar. So this is important that it breaks above. You will see that the same thing in RNDR also. Okay. So Opal. Next one is the Opal. I don't know how to pronounce. Still loading up. Something went wrong. I don't know. It's my internet. I don't know. Hmm. Weird. It's not loading up. Hmm. The Opal um, bounce from the R2. It has to break above S1, right? So not so bad, but it made a new monthly low. But they turned green on edge. So if it can re-enter this previous week's, you know, levels, especially about S1, which is around 4, then it's good. So making some progress there. RNDR, as I mentioned here, you would not see, but here multiple attempts to break above the green level, but not quite able to do so. It today it tried to break over S4, but it's hitting technical levels. These are technical levels R3, then R4, then this is our previous support, and so on. So, but the trend is the bounce is positive. This coin moves a lot. Is see, so you have to get used to with it. There is progress from this to this, so there's definitely a progress. Right? No doubt about it, and it's so close. This is not a bad level in my point of view, unless it breaks above this S1. So as long as it's above S1, it's good. So we need to see if it can retain this level. So this could be consolidation, positive consolidation, and then a break above. So nothing wrong with it. This is relatively new coins. It doesn't make sense to look into week monthly. Okay, next one is sand. Sand has gone up, so it has got some momentum. It broke above the required level. Good news for sand, and it reacted at R6, right? So near this region. So far so good. So if it can continue, then we should be able to reach R7, and then I'll give R8. SKL, good week, I would say. Until then, it was really bad. For last 6 weeks, it was just going down. This is the bounce. Sometime, and of course, no asset goes down every week. So this is kind of a natural reaction, in my opinion. The real it has to break up a S1 ultimately. Um, if it can do so, then you can say now, yeah, it wants to recover. But if you look at the monthly, it's still going down. Um, Not bad bound, but it has to be somewhere here, ideally here. So is this is to be understood. This is the left hand side structure. This is another cluster, and then this is on top. So maybe on a weekly it is more visible. There is a head and shoulder structures. So this is smallest one. This is head. This is right hand side. If it breaks above this level 1225, then it will not happen. But if it is not able to break above 225 and comes to this level, then there's a big problem. Because if you visualize, this is a huge head and this is more like a crown, and then it could consolidate in this region around 140 region, right in that range, 120, 140 region, and then that's a risk in my point of view. Yeah, so 225 is would be good level. I know that the required level is 212, which okay, so I'll stick to 212. But if that is not able to broken, then that's bad actually. This is awesome coin as far as price movement is concerned. But if this structure is not able to break above, then the same is a problem for Solana because there's no support up to this level. 50s or 60s range will be the next big level on the downside because there's absolutely no support in between, no major one. So it could have free, it could continue going down. So that's something we'll have to see in future how it works. And that's why I have this projection. Of course, this is not something you would expect it to happen overnight. It doesn't have, but so far so good. Why distorted? I think it moved somehow. Yeah, I had like this. Hmm. Yeah, so it went down as expected and went up as expected. Can it break above this level and go for the green one, or follow this one and goes down is something we'll have to see. Very interesting. Keep an eye. This is one of the favorites for many, but it could turn into a really vulnerable coin, as something future will tell us. But if you know the level, you will know the level matters. 212 up, anything below could bring down in a real bad way. Unique, survived, survived, right? So this bounce was natural after so much of a downside move, but at the same time, this level is a lifeline. It must protect, otherwise this coin could go down pretty deep. So far so good. This week is good. If it continue, then it's good. It has to break over as this level, at least this level. So that's the expectation. Similarly, VET must reach at least S1 here, otherwise it will continue drifting down. The last one is VRA. VRA on monthly is also going down, um, but right now it's close to S1, which is good. So this week at least it tried to bounce up, rejected by S1, first attempt of course, second attempt actually. So first attempt here, the second major attempt. So let's see if it is able to break above. At least it's trying hard. So this cluster is important. So if this base is broken, then there's no major support up to this level. This is important that this particular base is maintained, right? Neckline, you may say, because this is again left shoulder, head, right shoulder in that case goes down. It's not perfect one, but pattern name is not important. This is more important. Anyway, so this this low NS2 is super critical. So that's it then. Um, just this is important. The big picture is clear, and closer they are to the required level, better they are. And each level is a stepping stone. And if it could break above this level, I mean these levels, then you can take this as opportunity. And on the downside, similarly, if the support is broken, then that to be considered as risk. That's it. Okay, wish you all happy new year. We'll meet next week in 2022. Wish you prosperous new year, and I hope everybody will do well. So all the good wishes for you. See you next time. Bye for now.